In What's Nigeria, Regina, played by Linda Ejiofor, confides in her friend Zaha, played by Somkele Idalama, to look after her younger brother while she goes after the desires of her heart to be with Major Egan, played by Tope Tedela. As Regina leaves for Nigeria, Zaha and the citizens of Watts Republic pick up the remains of war and begin the process of healing when crude oil suddenly is discovered in the country. That's the story behind Soldier Story 2. Come with us to the premiere in Lagos.
A Soldier Story 2 is a sequel to a prequel, which was A Soldier Story 1 that came out in 2015. As a matter of fact, this is a franchise movie. Probably the first time we're towing that line in the country, because we feel if we build on this, the followership will grow, the story will grow, the actors will grow, and so we'll have like a cult followership. Now for A Soldier Story 2, we had to do a lot in terms of set designing, because in most cases when we make films in Nigeria, we don't bother putting much into set designing. We don't look at that very much, and we overlook that and we take them for granted. But here we realize that the story had a lot to do with the characters, and to develop the characters, we look at like presently what's happening in the world. You see the big conglomerates, they talk about deep states and the rest, you hear stories like that. And in our film, you actually see that Bossman was having problems with some negotiators who came in, trying to get him to bend to certain rules. And this happens a lot. Africans have been going through a lot of problems because the Western world has this thing about usurping, taken from here. They take the raw materials from here and then they bring the finished product. So at the end of the day, we don't get much. They get from us. So imagine a war without Africa. We're like the bedrock to the world. Everyone comes to take from here. So if there was no Africa, if Africa was successful, then the West would not be successful. For the West to be successful, they got to keep Africa unsuccessful, if that's a word we can use. And you see that in the movie. Themes like that play out in the movie.
My favorite part of filming the Soldier Story Return from the Dead is the driving. You see, when you've seen pretty much all the Need for Speed movies like 2 or 3 times, Fast and Furious movies, you've seen a lot of action films. You start wondering that when, as an actor, when I get to do this kind of things, and then you're in front of an SUV, dodging bullets and missiles on 3rd Mainland Bridge, you're like, yo, Vin Diesel, man. So yeah, that was the most exciting part, definitely.
We're here today for the premiere of this movie. It's been a long time coming. It took us 2 years to make this masterpiece because we wanted to make sure we did it right and did it perfect in terms of the special effects and everything involved in it. You know, making this film, we had to make sure that we expanded our cast. We brought in Eric Robert from Hollywood. We brought in John Vogel from Hollywood. So in this film, we're trying to make sure that not only the cast, but also the production is well done, and that's what we did. We made sure that we ticked all the boxes so that the audience, when they come out, they have an experience. Just like we set up this premiere today to be an experience, you're walking through all the scenes in the movie, so you begin to imagine what the movie was like, making it, and you begin to feel part of it. And we want every audience that goes to watch A Soldier Story, when they come out, they'll feel that they've seen something they've never seen before, and they want to be part of this franchise.
Together, we are strong. Unite and stop killing one another.